It is the brothers Wright-Phillips.
We used to literally take a ball everywhere. To the sweet shop, to the chip shop.
The Red Bulls go international.
Even though it was a friendly, it was a very proud moment for all of us to see that the fruits of our labor are starting to come together.
And the stars of tomorrow shine on the big stage.
There's no better place or better team to play against to get better than playing against Chelsea.
All that and much more coming up now on Red Bulls Insider. Welcome to Red Bulls Insider. I'm Tina Servasio. The Red Bulls introduced their newest signing earlier this week, and he just happens to be a former Premier League standout, a star on the international stage with England, and BWP's brother. Welcome to the club, Shaun Wright-Phillips.
I'm very excited. I'm also overwhelmed at the chance to come and play for the Red Bulls, not just play with my brother, but the chance to help them achieve and get to where they want to do. It pleases me. It's been amazing. It's been like a massive family, which reminded me of when I was just breaking through at Manchester City, to be honest with you. And I think to have a club like that in some places, it's a rarity. And obviously once you find it and you can play and train with a big smile on your face, then normally you always play better.
I feel like at training is shown, you know. Shaun's very dynamic, takes players on, he's good on the ball. I think he'll get assist easy, and he, you know, he can add a goal. So I'm excited to see him play. You know, growing up, we obviously grew up in the same house, and maybe when Shaun was 16, he left to go Man City, and you know, since that we had like maybe a 2-year, 3-year gap, and then I moved up there. So it's always. I'm always almost following him, you know, and he'll go somewhere. We play in different parts of England.
It would go back to about nearly 12 years, 13 years, I'd say. And I think it was against Crystal Palace at Man City, if I'm correct. And I think if you go back to a replay, he missed a chance.
You're trying to set me up. No, I didn't miss a chance.
You
should have left it.
You hit it over the bar.
No, you should have left the goal you scored. You should have left it for me. Basically, I don't know who someone played the ball in, and we're both lining up at the back post. And I just feel like he's already scored, you know, many goals, and I hadn't scored. I might have scored one, if that. I just think he should have left it for me, and he didn't. He scored and ran off celebrating.
Maybe I got a little bit goal greedy.
Yeah, greedy.
We used to literally take a ball everywhere. To the sweet shop, to the chip shop.
Anyway,
wherever we used to go, we used to carry a football.
And everyone where we grew up was into football, so it wasn't just us two, all our friends would play, would have a football with us, we'd go anywhere to play football.
I don't know what you call it over here. We used to call it FA knockouts, and basically you have like one goalkeeper and like 10 people, and like one goal gets you through, and the last person obviously sits out and watches until the finals. So it was all kind of like individual ability that kind of went on.
Yeah, obviously different age groups, but we played for the same club.
I played in goal once for him.
Yeah, once
in a tournament.
We had a tournament, and because of his height, he could obviously. Our keeper didn't turn up one week, and we was in like a 5-a-side tournament.
And I got you to the semis, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't planned out like that. But we didn't have a keeper, and he was actually good in goal when he was younger, and he went in goal for us. When I was playing in England, you know, I was trying to do well to, you know, to get back into the Premier League, so I could play against him. But I didn't think I'd be playing with him, and yeah, I'm thankful that he came over. You know, it was, to be honest, it's all to the wedding, no? Like, he came over for the wedding, and it was a no-brainer for him to train, and the more he trained, the more it became a reality. And you know, when it was on the cards, it filled me with joy.
For the first time in 11 years, they're going to call each other teammates as early as Saturday night against Philadelphia. So let's hear from the newest New York Red Bull, Shaun Wright-Phillips.
Like Jesse said, he caught me in the airport and asked me to train just to keep my fitness up, and it all just fell into place. And I think as much as I wanted to be there, I thought the feeling felt a bit mutual between me and the teammates and the coaching staff, and it felt like I was just in a family. I'm going to bring as much as I can bring to help us get to where we need to get to. The ring, the cup, the shield, whatever I can help win, I'll put blood and sweat to make it happen, really. I don't want to take away the fact that once we cross that white line, it ain't going to be just about us two. There's a lot of other players working just as hard, and if anything, going to make things happen for the both of us, especially on the defensive side too. So I think no matter what way it goes, it's always going to be a team effort, regardless of whether we're on the pitch together or not.
Head coach of the New York Red Bulls, Jesse Marsch, joins me now. And Jesse, you signed Englishman Shaun Wright-Phillips. What does he bring to this team?
I think he brings a lot of things. First of all, I think the energy that he's brought from being a big-time player, injected into our training, injected into our team, has meant that all of our players have elevated their games in training, and I think they'll elevate their games once they step on the big field as well. And he also has this attacking savviness, so his ability to finish shots and goals, along with his ability for the timing of understanding how to slip a guy or put together a little 1-2 in the attacking third, or when he delivers crosses. His feel for all of these attacking plays, I think, will really make all the rest of our attacking players, our arsenal of attacking players, even better. So everybody's excited to see him game time.
How much of a benefit has it been having Shaun in training this past month, along with the familiarity with his brother Bradley?
Yeah, I think he's been integrated in a really smooth, easy way. So especially given the fact that when he first started training and he wasn't that fit, he wasn't really part of the team. He was just enjoying training and enjoying the process of getting sharper and fitter. And then as time went on, everybody was kind of looking around, the players, the coaching staff, and everybody kind of going, this could be a good fit. And then once the discussion started and you could see the excitement that Shaun had for the possibility of being part of this team, then I think it was only a matter of time because it became obvious to everyone.
All right, let's go back to this past week, which was certainly a very busy week for the club, but it did start with the loss to Philadelphia in the U.S. Open Cup match.
Yeah.
Take us back to that match. What did you take away from it, and how did the team fall short?
It was a big match, and we were all incredibly disappointed, but I think putting it in perspective, we still played well, and we still put that game on our terms, and we were incredibly unlucky not to come away with the win. And even though it feels like a loss, it was a tie that then led to a shootout that gets lost there. So I think now in the grand scheme of things, as disappointed as we were, we don't want to be overwhelmed by that loss because we're in a good way. Our team's in a good way. I think we've grown a lot in the past 2 months. Our players are sharper, they're smarter. There's more cohesiveness on the field, and I think right now we're a good team. So it's important for all of us to understand that we're moving in the right direction and to keep the positivity strong.
And the future of the team was on display just one day later when you took on the Premier League champions in Chelsea FC. What did you think about the performance of your young players?
It was fantastic, and I think that was a big statement for us as a club, for everybody to see that it's not just the first team that we're working on, but the academy and the USL Pro team, and that there's continuity and that there's something happening here that's more than just 1 or 2 big name DPs or big players, that there's a holistic approach that from our 12-year-old players to guys like Bradley Wright-Phillips, that we're putting together something that is unified, that is about a system in place, about a mentality, and for our kids to step on the field and not be afraid against a team like Chelsea, I think says a lot about our youth, says a lot about our coaches, says a lot about what we're building here. So for me, even though it was a friendly, it was a very proud moment for all of us to see that the fruits of our labor are starting to come together, and that, that there's a big future here.
And now this weekend, you do have a chance at revenge.
Yeah.
As you take on Philadelphia, you travel south on 95 to face them. What are you looking forward to? What are some of the challenges in this match?
It's just going to be a similar type match. I think that we're going to command a lot of the game, maybe not as much as we did at home because we'll be in Philly. But, we're going down there, and again, we're going to put the game on our terms, and we'll make a couple adjustments, but we feel strongly that we can still play our game, and if we can be a little bit sharper around the goal, that we can get a lead and hopefully expand on it, and certainly we have revenge on our minds. I think this game, more than any game that we've had all year, it's hard to remove the last 2 games out of our minds. So in a real way, we're going to go down there and make sure that we get a win.
Good luck, Jesse. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Coming up, we take an inside look at the development of the stars of the future.
When we get on that field, we're going to fight for each other, we're going to work for each other, and we're going to find a way to get the job done.
He is the rock for the Red Bulls. A human wall in front of the net.
Save again by Robles.
Making saves you have to see to believe.
Parried away by Robles, and the rebound, he got that as well.
Luis Robles and the New York Red Bulls. Run with us all season long on MSG. The Red Bulls take on the Philadelphia Union. Live coverage begins Saturday at 6:30 on MSG. Also available on MSG Go.
Last week, legend Thierry Henry returned to Red Bull Arena for the first time since retiring at the end of last season. Our cameras had an opportunity to catch up with the Frenchman as he was on hand for the International Champions Cup match between the Red Bulls and Chelsea FC.
It was tough at the beginning. You know, you have to get used to the league. It's not an easy league, very competitive. Understanding, you know, the fans in New York and how demanding they are and what they want. I had a special relationship with the fans. It was always a great time to play here at the Red Bull Arena, and hopefully they enjoyed my time here with the team. There's nothing better to be able to challenge a team like Chelsea and you know, champions of England at the moment. And a lot of the youngsters are playing tonight. You know, you can play in the league, you can play in the reserve or whatever, but you can't match that. So whenever I can, if they show the game, I try to stay up and watch the team and support the team and see what they do. But the team is where they would like to be at the moment. It's all about making the playoff. We all know the story and arrive there, you know, with the right confidence.
Welcome back. Last week, 4 academy products shined on the field as the Red Bulls defeated English powerhouse Chelsea FC 4-2. The victory is a testament to the team's commitment and dedication to developing the stars of tomorrow.
Dangerous moments here. This time, Castellanos will score a goal of a lifetime. It is New York 1, Chelsea 1.
You know, not everybody has a, you know, during their career gets to step on the field with the best players in the world. We have an opportunity to do it at home. You know, we have the second team for a reason, to give these young guys a platform to develop and get better, and there's no better place or better team to play against to get better than playing against Chelsea.
Young players not afraid to try things, to try and make it a third, and they do. And it comes from the 4-year man from Duke, Shaun Davis.
Shaun is a very confident kid. I wasn't shocked, but I was very impressed. The confidence that he played with was incredible. He had no fear. You know, he knows what he does well, and he does it to a T every day. So you know, he's come in and worked so hard. He is not afraid to go out there and perform, but at the same time he knows that he needs to get better and continue to get better. Anybody with that type of mentality is going to have success.
Squares it back. It's a Davis shooting opportunity, and he's got a second. He spanks it in with his left foot.
I'm lucky to just be on the field with some of those players. To contribute with 2 goals is something that I'll hold on to for the rest of my life. So I'm really lucky right now. We have a great group that we sent on the field. I don't know how many people believed in this group going into this game, but we know that, you know, when we get on that field, we're going to fight for each other, we're going to work for each other, and we're going to find a way to get the job done.
Castellanos, the goal scorer. That's a good ball. It's a header, and it's a goal. And it comes from a 16-year-old Tyler Adams. Fantastic moment for a 16-year-old against the Premier League champions, Chelsea.
Tyler, since he's been with us, has been phenomenal. He's a kid that has absolutely no fear. He's very mature for a 16-year-old. Myself, the staff, the players all forget that he's 16 quite often. He makes you forget, and he did it again. So I'm a little surprised he scored a goal. He's not exactly a goal scorer, but his effort and his ability to cover ground and close down people and win balls and keep the ball is phenomenal, and he did it again that day.
For Tyler, I'm extremely happy for the kid. He's a special talent, really young, but a great mentality, and I'm really happy for him.
Everyone gave me such great confidence that I felt like it was like my home. Like every day I walk in here, it feels like my home, and today I just had a bundle of confidence. I let it all out on the field. It couldn't have come at a better time and in front of a better crowd. Once I scored the goal, I didn't even know what to do. It's just an unbelievable feeling. Not everyone gets to say they get to play against Chelsea, let alone score against Chelsea. So it's just a great feeling.
A lot of times there's a bit of a development gap between coming out of college and playing with you know, an MLS side. Having that place to play games, play professional games, and continue their development. Maybe they're not quite ready to play in MLS right out of college, but they have this place to play and train and get games and get better. And guys like Conrad and Franklin have absolutely taken full advantage of that.
Never thought I'd be playing against Chelsea, you know, in my pro career, but I'm very grateful that it happened, and it was a once in a lifetime experience. It was quite amazing. Just the message was, you know, not to be afraid. You know, we've been playing this game our whole life. You know, there's a reason why we've gotten to where we are. You know, and Jesse introduced a philosophy when he first came into the team, and that's been passed down to us. You know, and John and the whole coaching staff has done an excellent job of teaching us that philosophy and helping us come along. He just said, play simple, stick to the basics, stick to the philosophy that we've been taught this entire year, and it worked for us.
I'm not sure I would have expected the level of development through this early in the year, but I'm not shocked by it and I'm not surprised. The guys have been great. They come to work every day. They work very hard. It feels like we're doing some very good things and doing the right things to help these guys to live out their dreams and keep going in this game and keep developing, getting better, and hopefully have long careers in it.
Well, that'll do it for this edition of Red Bulls Insider. Don't forget you can catch all of the action this Saturday night live on MSG Network as the Red Bulls look to exact revenge on the Philadelphia Union, with Red Bulls game night beginning at 6:30 p.m. Until then, I'm Tina Servasio, and we leave you this week with highlights from the Red Bulls' 2-1 victory over Portuguese champion SL Benfica. See you next time.
Grella goes for goal and finds it. It's a magnificent goal from Mike Grella.